All right, it's finally time to check out YOYOKA's cover of "Fool in the Rain." Thank you so much, Rob Yule, for making this request. Rob made an instant request, and I'm sorry that I didn't do this sooner, but yesterday, or I guess now, it's 2 days ago, Saturday, we had to shoot a wedding that whole day, and then today we had the bandmate concert that was in the middle of the night. So I've been up all night. It's 6:50 a.m. But I don't want to wait to see this any longer. This is "Fool in the Rain," a song that features the Purdy Shuffle, same groove that's in like Rosanna, which you covered in the past. But this one has even a more complex pattern variation because the cymbal or the hi-hat is constantly swinging. It's doing the for the some parts of the song, but then it switches to the ride doing a more triplet feel, the ding 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 ding, and then the kick starts doing more syncopation. So it's for me, when I was trying to learn it, when I made a Pretty Shuffle compilation last year, actually inspired by her Rosanna cover, that was the hardest pattern for me to figure out of all the songs in that Party Shuffle medley thing. So this is going to be really exciting. Can't wait to watch it. Let's just let it play. She's singing it. Groove's super solid. I just want to point out, after that drum fill, she did the same trick that John Bonham would do to get those really snappy sounding fills, hitting the drum with more of her stick flat against the head. So there's that coverage. You get louder, snappier strikes out of your drums when you kind of hit them with the full length of the stick, or as much as you can fit. That hi-hat choke there too that's built in, it's difficult to get that to line up perfectly with the kick because you keep swinging, you're closing the hi-hat as you're hitting it, which feels weird. So it's a really hard groove to maintain steadily for such a long time because all four of your limbs are moving at different times, different rates, and you're changing throughout this single groove which hand you're kind of keeping time with, especially when you switch to that ride part. Okay, let's do this. Okay, I'm backing this up. She's even keeping time on the quarter notes with the hi-hat while she's doing the triplets on the ride. So the hi-hat's going while the ride is doing those, which one is her hand, one is her foot. That's very difficult. And the groove that's also going on the kick and the snare during this part, it's a complex pattern to shift to out of that last pattern because it's so different what each hand is doing and, well, what each limb is doing. But she just so smoothly transitioned. There was no adjustment period where it was clunky. It was just directly into that new groove. So smooth. Okay, I gotta hear this transition again. Just a couple measures of the original group.
Baby, whatever happened to you? And you thought it would only end me, and you wish all your dreams would come true. Hey, it ain't the first time, believe me, baby. I'm standing here feeling blue. Give up blue. Now I will stand in the rain on the corner. I watch the people go shuffling downtown. Now they tell me it's no longer. Then I'm turning around, around. The bump on the walls when it's over. My heart it sinks to the ground, and the storm that I thought would blow over clouds the light of the love that I found. Light of the love that I found. Light of the love that I found. Oh, that I found.
Oh, those accents. Perfect. You can't see the cowbell, but she's hitting it throughout this entire thing and playing those accents on the snare. Nice. Dude, that was such a clean transition back to the groove. Doing the nice trill playing, using the stick bounce and rebound to play that really clean, constant trill fill back into the pattern. And then the tom work, the dun 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 dun. Perfect. One more time here. So clean. Is it just me, or is the mix of the drums even better than it was before too? Like that, the snare sounds so nice and crisp and punchy, and it's just really, really well mixed. Aki just keeps getting better and better at mixing the drums. I think Aki's still doing it, but dang, that is a pro mix. just look at the two legs move together. Well, the hi-hat continues to go as the bass does this really complex, syncopated rhythm. You know, it's a lot of double stroke notes, which we all know Yoyoka is the master of anyway, but it just blows my mind how effortless she makes this look when at the time I tried to learn this song, it was so difficult to get these patterns down, and if I try to play it now, I still would be struggling with it. I'd have to take a couple days to get used to the rhythm again because it's so complex between all the different limbs. Just look at the legs at different times. Oh, and you can see her doing the slide technique with her foot on the kick drum for those double strokes. Just watch, it's such a subtle movement for her, but you can tell. Nice. Great job. Yeah. Wow. It was so effortless for her. It's crazy. Anyway, I think that's the end. All right. Well, thank you so much again, Rob Ewell. I really appreciate it. And just such an iconic song, such an iconic drum pattern. Yeah, probably the hardest Purdy shuffle pattern I've ever played. So I'm not surprised though. She always nails it. She always does an amazing job. And by the way, I don't know if I've ever properly thanked Yoyoka and Glenn for the idea and sending me these, but I just noticed during this cover, these are the same sticks she's still using. Whoops. Focus. There we go. But it's really sweet. She signed them to me, and Glenn sent them over. So thank you so much for that, Yoyoka. I really appreciate it. If you see this, I value these very much, and I really appreciate them. And thank you again, Glenn. Anyway, that's where I'm going to wrap this up. So thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you next time.